We all love a good X story about something that we haven't heard about and something about his past, and I want this video to document that. There's a story that I recently heard about X that I haven't heard before, and it's told by him. I'll play you the exact clip, but for now, let me explain you what the story is. The story goes of when he was in jail in a fight that he got into, and the advice that he gives about the situation that he got into actually helps. It's actually really great advice, and you can apply it to your own lives as well. I'll play the clips and I'll help you analyze them to see exactly what he's talking about so we can all learn from this together. Now this story starts when X was in jail, one of the earlier times when he was in jail. And a fight that he got into and a fight that broke out because of a way that somebody spoke to him. In the mannerisms of somebody speaking to him. Now we all have names, you know. My name is Blue, you have a name as well, and all your friends have names as well. And X really holds his truth to himself on who he really is, identifies with his name. His name is symbolic to him. You're not going to walk around to X and be like, yo, you little piece of, you know? You're not going to say those kind of words to him because you know how he's going to react. You know how he's going to hold himself to a higher standard and not take that insult. Now let X explain it for himself on what exactly went down and the names that was called to him and why he approached it in such a way.
How many fights did you get in jail? One. And I fought some fat ass Chico. Cause he called me, he walked up to me and he was like, oh, I almost got 30 days in a fucking box because of that shit. But he walked up to me and was like, what he said? He was like, hey, Jit, give me some chips. And I looked at him, I was like, my name X. And then I shook his hand and this nigga says to me, I'll call you what I want to call you. So I looked to the left, looked to the right. I'm like, bitch, what? So I let him walk away, but then I'm in my bunk like, damn, I gotta slap this nigga. I might have to slap this nigga. So
as you can hear, when somebody said that to him, it touched him the wrong way. He was not happy anymore about this person. He did not see this person as someone who was helping him in his life. He didn't see this person as someone who wanted the best for him. He saw this person as a threat, somebody who wants to diminish his own value. Now, what did X end up doing? Well, X ended up doing something really X-like, and I'll play that for y'all right here.
I told my dog, I was like, yeah, I'm finna slap this nigga. So I went to the bathroom, was like, slap this nigga. I walked up to the nigga, I was like, yo, you know I gotta slap you, right? So then, how it went? He gets up, he swings some stupid ass shit, I weave it, and then I smack him. And then the nigga, like, once the shit got separated, I walked over to my bunk, he tried to run at me to cause a whole scene and shit, and then I beat his ass, put him in the motherfucking nurse station, and then he tried to give me 30 days in a fucking box.
Now obviously back in these situations, X was more aggressive. He would take situations very violently and he would approach it very violently, which he explained that he did. Now, what do I think about this? Well, obviously, there's different ways you can approach situations. You can approach them verbally, you can approach them violently, or you can approach them in a more mental, non-transparent way where you're not going to assess the situation and you're not going to give it any of your power. X ended up doing this later in his life where he wouldn't want to fight anymore. He wanted to just let situations be and move on. A more Buddhistic way of walking through life, as a situation is going to come up and we're not going to react. We're not going to let it hurt us. We're not going to let it taint us in some type of way because life is greater than that, and we know that there's more coming up, especially with the law. If you mess up, they're going to lock you up, and in your own life, you don't want to constantly be fighting and constantly being in a state of fear and a state of panic and a state of aggression, because life is beautiful and life is kind of amazing when you kind of look around and you're like, hey, yo, like, we here for a little bit of time, even if it's not too long, even if it's just like today, tomorrow, over the next month or the next year or the next 50 years, we are here for a short amount of time, and this place is pretty great and it's pretty nice. And he started feeling this later in his life. But at this time right here, he didn't feel it yet. And he gives advice to us in this video. Even before he was in his lecturing mode and teaching us different stuff, he still gave advice. And his advice is strong. It hits me hard, and it properly explains why he reacted that way. I'll play the advice for you, and then we can talk about it.
I only diss those who deserve to get disrespected. And listen, this is one thing that anybody that fucks with me, I want you to know this. Stand the fuck up for yourself. Don't lay down for nobody. Fuck that shit. And I'm not telling you go out there and beat niggas up. I'm not telling you be fucking super aggressive. But don't let nobody fucking walk all over you, bro. Fuck that shit. Bro, if you respect your mind, they gotta respect your mind. If they can't respect your mind, tell them get the fuck to the side. Tell them to suck your dick. Fuck that shit. I've been telling niggas, make life your bitch, bro. Everybody around you gotta live by how the fuck you want it, bro. And if they're not living that way, tell them get the fuck on, bro. Realistically, bro.
His advice being that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to hold yourself to your own degree. Even if it's not fighting aggressively for yourself, it's still holding yourself to a higher degree. It's still being like, hey, yo, you are not what you tell me that I am. I am what I say I am. And I develop my own worth. I am going to tell you what I am, and you have no say in that. If you call me names, that is not what I am. I am what I say I am. And that is extremely powerful. For an artist like X to be understanding that and to be sharing that at the age of 20 to his fans is astronomical. People are going to fight you in your life. People are not going to agree with you. You're not going to simply walk through life. There's going to be people who disagree with you, be this your parents, your lover, or your friends. Even people at work are going to disagree with you. How you assess the situation, if you let it fully bother you, then you may let it fully bother you. And if you let it fully control what you're going to do for the rest of your life, if you're going to let everybody else tell you what to do, you're going to end up living a life like everybody else. This is not saying F the world. This is saying that you have to properly assess when you should listen to someone and when you should listen to this person. Listen to yourself and listen to the person guiding this vessel, the person that's waking up and doing this stuff every single day for the rest of your life. Who are you going to be with for the rest of your life? Are you going to be with the people who are telling you what to do, or are you going to be with yourself? You have to assess it, because yes, some situations you have to listen to other people, and X started to understand this too, which helped him flourish his relationships with his mom as well as flourish his relationship with his fans. Listening to stuff, the feedback that comes in, and growing from that, but not taking every single feedback as true value. You know, I can't sit here with you and guide you through yes, no, yes, no, yes, no to everything that happens in your life, but what I can do is try to give you an overall framework of what you should do, and overall thinking like, hey, yo, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try to walk through life and maybe not take everyone's advice for what it is. Maybe just look at it a little bit. Maybe I should take some of the advice from people who are acknowledged and people who do have the credibility in that sense, for people who have been there for me. But everything shouldn't be taken in and let into my internal system. You have to develop what you want to be inside. If you want to be an aggressive person and you want to be someone that fights everyone and you want to really stand up for yourself in a really aggressive, violent manner, this YouTube channel is not for you, and this message is not for you, because that's not what X is saying. X is not telling you to stand up for yourself fully in all these situations violently and beat everyone up who doesn't agree with you. That is not going to get you anywhere. That is not going to get you anywhere nice that you want to be. X is telling us that we have to hold ourselves mentally to a higher standard. We have to hold ourselves to believe in ourselves and push ourselves forward and not let anyone talk us down. People are going to talk you down all the time. They do it to me too. They do it to you, and they tell you that, hey, yo, you ain't nothing. You ain't shit. You ain't going to be what you say you are. And that's when you prove them wrong. You prove them wrong through your actions, and you prove them wrong with your words. Even if your words are silent, you're saying and you're choosing something other than the status quo. They think that you're going to react aggressively, and they want you to get aggressive, but when you don't get aggressive, they're gonna get mad, and then they're gonna be like, hey, yo, maybe this guy's actually like gonna do what he said he's gonna do. If you really want to do something in your life, hold yourself to different standards. Watch different situations, watch movies, watch TV shows, watch how people react to situations, watch how people outside react to situations, and try to pick and choose what you want to do. Try to learn, and you will end up learning who you really are and who you want to be. If you want to be aggressive, but don't come at me and tell me that I told you to be aggressive. What I'm saying, truly, and I'll reiterate it one last time, is to choose who you want to be, and you get to make that choice just like how X made that choice later in his life. I love going back to that example about who he really was. He was truly a really revolutionary artist who helped his fans, and if you truly look into it and get past all that cringe stuff that is going around the internet, you will see that he truly was an artist who was there for his fans and wanted them to grow. And that's what he was doing through this little story as well. Unheard story that I've never heard, and I bet you haven't heard as well. If you have not heard this story before, please make sure to press the like button so more people can hear the story from X himself and me explaining what exactly went down. Now, if you love the way that I explain the story, you'll probably like the way that I explain other stuff as well. I may do a lot of explanations on hip-hop, rap, X, and spirituality. If you guys love that kind of stuff and you want to learn about how to grow yourself and learn more about X to tell your friends and to actually just internalize what was going on, press the subscribe button or watch the video up here in this little box. I'll have a video for you guys up here to watch. It'll be similar to this one where I explain something to you and I help you learn and grow in your own life. Now, this is Blue Vanity. This is my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video in entirety. It means the world to me. We'll have more videos out real soon. I love you. Thank you, and take care.